The Brickyard 400 is one of the crown jewels in the NASCAR Sprint Cup Series, but Sunday, the drivers took to the track, and all in hopes of kissing the bricks at the end of the race. Carl Edwards was your Coors Light pole sitter for the Crown Royal presents the Jeff Kyle 400 at the Brickyard, but it was the 22 of Joey Logano who jumped out in front early. Logano leads lap 1, but Edwards would regain P1 on lap 13. Green flag stop started on lap 27. Carl Edwards waited and would pit from the lead on lap 31. After the first round of stops, Kevin Harvick would cycle through as the race leader. Later on, the caution flag would fly for debris on lap 44 when balloons from pre-race ceremonies were found on the backstretch. Shortly after the restart, Clint Bowyer gets loose and Bowyer and Jeff Gordon go for a ride. Bowyer comes away relatively clean, but bad news for Jeff Gordon. The 24 car had significant damage to the nose, and his shot to win his last race at Indianapolis Motor Speedway was gone. More green flag stops started on lap 84, but the caution flag would come out on lap 91. Kyle Busch was leading, but when pit stops cycled through, Kevin Harvick would regain the lead. On lap 107, Eric Almirola gets loose in turn 3. He slides into the inside wall. Kevin Harvick would not pit, and he would lead the field back to green. Brian Scott makes contact with the wall in turn 2 on lap 120, and that shuffled everyone with pit strategy, putting David Reagan out front. The yellow flag back out with 20 to go, and then under caution we see Almirola and Trevor Bayne get into it. Those drivers not happy with each other. 14 to go on the restart. Kevin Harvick led Gibbs teammates Carl Edwards and Kyle Busch to the green. Edwards gets loose behind Harvick, and that would put Kyle Busch in second place, but the caution would come out again with 13 to go as Dale Jr. gets into Casey Kane, then gets into the grass and spins out into the wall. Harvick and Busch battle on the restart, with Busch taking the lead with 8 to go, but 2 laps later, caution comes out for debris. On the restart, Bayne would get turned with heavy damage. That would set up a green-white checkered for only the second time in the history of the Brickyard 400. Kyle Busch, on a mission to get into the chase for the NASCAR Sprint Cup, holds off Joey Logano to sweep the weekend and wins his first ever NASCAR Sprint Cup Series race at Indianapolis.
This one here today checks off probably the one that's number 2, on the races to win list, but there's still that elusive championship as well that we want to achieve.
Next weekend, the series heads to Pocono for the Windows 10 400. For NASCAR.com, I'm Jonathan Merryman.